Welcome back to the channel, and today I got 4 used oil filters for you here. And this is actually the truck edition. All of these filters came off trucks. I know, even the small K&N came off a truck. Technically, it's a truck. So we'll go with that. Now this first K&N one here, which is a K&N 1010, HP-1010, came off a 2015 Honda Ridgeline. Now I know, Ridgeline, it has a box. I'm calling it a truck, so it's in the truck edition. Just work with me on that. It's got the 3.5 liter. The truck's total mileage is 280,000 kilometers. And this filter, wow, supposedly has about 11,000 kilometers on it. So that's a lot of kilometers on a filter. But he drives it a lot and he uses it, and he uses synthetic oil and some of the good stuff in her. So, yeah, we're going to give him that. And the next one there, the Fram Tough Guard. You knew I had to have a Fram in this, didn't you? Fram Tough Guard 10060, or as it is the TG 10060, comes off of a 2020 Ram 1500, Dodge Ram. But it's got the 5.7 liter. Total truck mileage, he said about 168,500. And that filter actually has 10,200 kilometers on it. So I can't wait to see how that one looks inside. But here we are with two Motor Masters. Now there is the FL 820S, this one right here. And it comes off of a 2002 Ford F-150 with 4.6 liter engine. That's the V8 modular engine. And the truck has 236,000 kilometers on it, he says. And filter, approximately, he says, 8,000 kilometers. Could be a little less, could be a little more. He said he didn't keep complete track of it, but he says around 8,000, so that's good. And wow, we got an old FL1A. Now the FL1A, fits on about 1 million different types of Ford and other vehicles. But this one comes off of a 1979 F-150 with the 351 modified, or 5.8 liter engine. And let's see, what did he say this was? Nope, this is just a standard cab, standard rear-wheel drive truck. A beautiful truck, by the way. And it's got, imagine, the oldest truck here only got 178,300. It's a farmer, and he's owned it for like its whole life. So, and he only put 6,000 kilometers on the filter, and then he changes it out, and he's always used Motorcraft with this truck. So he knows what he's putting in it. He knows what he's doing, and he doesn't drive it much, but 178,300. So, oh yes, right. I was going to say the one about this one right here for the Dodge Ram 1500 2020. This engine sounds like it's got some tappet problems or something in it, because it sure has a mighty loud tick. And it sounds like a tick on like maybe 2 tappets or so, or rockers, or it's not sounding good in that 5.7 liter. So we'll see if we got any metal in this one, because it's funny because he's only got 168,000 kilometers on it, but as even he said, it doesn't sound good, but it keeps going. And it's probably, well, it's Dodge makes some good engines, 5.7 and everything, but he did say he's not the first owner, and he bought it 2 years ago, and it was used, When he bought it, it had 110,000 kilometers, and he started to hear, when he did buy it, he didn't hear the tick too bad after until he changed the oil. And then he noticed that, hey, maybe somebody was putting thicker oil in this or something. Now, he runs instead of 520, he runs 530 in it. And that's what he does. And he runs synthetic. So we'll take a look at that one and see how well that Fram filter there looks. He likes using the Fram Tough Guards. Whatever. You guys can use whatever you like. Don't matter to me. It's your vehicles. You do whatever. And, well, let me get these cut open and we can start taking a look at them. Well, let's start with the smallest one here first. The HP. Wipe off some of this oil in here. I'm sure there's going to be more. Well, she looks fine. Well, it's oil. I'll go with that. And, oh, I didn't know they used a rubber one. Well, maybe I did. That does feel like rubber in there. Huh. Now, let's take out this. Oh, we'll take a look in here. Yeah. It's not too bad, but, well, it's oil, at least. The bypass on these is still nice and tight, still works. There we go. Do a little wipe off here. Oh, these have E-core. Okay, well, this one has an E-core. Wipe off the end of this a little. Take a look at her. It doesn't look too bad. What does this one have on it? 11,000. So, okay, and then you did your job for 11,000. The oil is very black. Like, it's been in there a while. But it did its job, I must say. Get this moved here a little. I'm not going to take all of this. Why not? I'll cut her all the way around. Okay, and then filter. I think this filter fits about 99% of all Hondas, so I know it would fit my Honda Civic. Wow, am I cutting right through the E-core? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, E-core. Not cut proof, but it's fine. And that canister was the toughest one to cut through. So this just looks like dirty oil. It's pretty heavy. It's pretty soaked full of crud and stuff. But I don't see anything on the inside, and there's not much on the outside. So it looks like she has done her job. A little rip here. Yeah, it's pretty used up, but it's done its job. I don't know what type, or I could have looked up what type that the filtration this is, but I'm not really. I just saved that mostly for new filters I look at. And this looks like it did a great job for that Honda Ridgeline. Wow. Now, I thought this was going to be the Fram Tough Guard. Going to be the easiest canister to cut apart. The K&N was the thickest. And I thought this would have been, but I think I cut through the Motorcraft easier than I cut through the Fram. So I got my caliper out here, and I'm just going to do a quick check on the canisters while I'm here. So I know this one's thick, so yeah, this one's like 0.46, so 0.52. And that one's thick. That one was the hardest one to cut through. But here we are with the Fram. Yeah, she was in that Dodge for a while. That poor Ram. And this one doesn't feel as thin as those, like when I was cutting through. And yeah, it's about standard for a Fram. 0.40, so it's not the worst. And here we are with this Tough Guard. That still works. That's good to see. Pop her over here, get her out of the way of my rag. And it always has the silicone. So, hey, silicone for the win on those. I'm not saying these are terrible or anything. I don't want to do that. Standard, I always did like their bases. Their bases are good, except they only got like 3 threads on them. But hey, what are you going to do? And I know this one's still pliable. Still got some pliability. What did this one run? 10,200. Yeah, oil's black, but it looks fine. Like, it isn't all blown out or anything. I know this one has some synthetic or something in the media, which makes her, oh, look at that. This one still looks like she would have went a little more. Yeah, that's why he uses these. We'll see if there's anything hiding in the pleats here for see if this engine is dying on him or not. It just sounds bad, I think. The good old metal, so that's fine. And feels fine. Feels good. Don't feel like there's anything in here. Like, feels like nice and there's nothing blocking it or anything. There's nothing here that shows that it would be, there's no metal, nothing like that. Looks fine to me. Maybe it's just bad rockers or bad lifters. Don't know. This rips just about as good as the K&N, but I do know this is better filtration than the Extra Guard. And yeah, you know what? This one looks fine. It looks totally fine for what it does, and it looks like if it worked perfectly in the vehicle. What can I say? Fram? Yeah, Fram did its job. Most of them do, actually, I can see. But this, let's take a look at the good old Motorcraft. Base, they're always heavy because they're so huge. Like 2.5 threads on there, or 3 threads. That's, yeah, brutal. Silicone, like that. Alright, we'll take that out. What does this one have run on it? 8,000 kilometers in the 4.6. So, not bad. That's the bypass valve right here. So, that's pretty neat, eh? Wipe some of this oil off. You can look inside here. Yeah, looking pretty cruddy, but most filters do look pretty cruddy down there, don't they? Take a look here. Oh yeah, she was getting a little, either the pressure was a little high on her or something. I don't know. It's looking pretty good, but not, it's not great, but it's not terrible. Let's get the filtration off. I hope. Well, that cut right off. There we go. Yeah. She looks like she was in there for 8,000. 8,000? Yeah, 8,000. Huh. Don't know if it would want to go any more than that. It is in a truck, and these trucks do work, I am told. So, well, maybe not as much as, maybe not the Ridgeline as much, I am told. He just uses it to putter around in town, so that's all he uses his for. Lowers. So, pretty sure this is probably, it's pretty swollen up, I think. And there's a little crustiness in it, but it's not terrible. I don't see any metal pieces to per se here. But yeah, there's a little crustiness to it, but it's fine, I'm sure. So it's a little sludgy, I think this is. Maybe this engine is sludged up a bit, I'm guessing. It's kind of what it feels like. Got a little sludge problem. Rip it apart here. Standard filtration looks like probably cellulose, but how can you tell, right? I just take them apart to look at them. I'm not here to analyze them too much. So, this one comes from the 79 Ford F-150. 6,000 kilometers on this filter, and it doesn't look good. But he does say he does not put a lot of mileage on this, and a filter could be on there for a while. So, I'm guessing we got some carbon problems in this engine. At least that's what I'm thinking by looking at what we got here. We got some carbon here, it looks like. But remember, it is an old 351 modified. And yeah, it's probably had a good life of not, yeah, we got a lot of carbon in there. So we got some carbon. That's not too terrible though, is it? Let's take a look here. Well, that doesn't look too bad, really. We just have this area up here where it looks all terrible. I did not do that. So, what is that all chewed up for right here? If you notice, that's all beat up there. I didn't do that at all. Can I just come out? I don't think it does. I think it's built right into the cap here. Something going on in this engine. So, well, I think I'm gonna cut her open and see what we got here, and see how good this one is. We got a lot of crap down here. Like, there's a mosquito down here too. Come on, mosquitoes, leave me alone. Out here in the garage, it should be inside. Like, we got crap down there. Like, wow. All right, let me get her cut open here. I want to get this middle piece out of here. Okay, you want to come out that way, do you? Okay, stay there like that. I'll just cut around you. Now my hands are too filled with oil. I can't grip anything. Great. Yeah, this doesn't feel like it has a ton of mileage on it. Like he said, 6,000, probably give or take a little on each side. He didn't really know. But, a lot of people who do give me these do watch the video. I don't see them comment too much, so please, if you watch the video, just say you watched the video and that was your vehicle. No, don't blame me. You won't get any hate from the commenters. I have good commenters, so just you know, do that, and you can say it was your filter. Please. I have a couple who said it was theirs, but not too many. Oh, it's got nice, it's your typical, you know, FLA1. I got a little bit of mellow pieces down here. I got some crap in here. I don't know what it is. This filter's been in here a long time. It's got a lot of crap that's stuck in it. I see. Maybe you should start changing her a little more often, because this filter's picked up a lot of crap. But that is an old style engine, so it's probably got a lot of crap in it. Like here, this was all beat up right here, so that didn't have holes in it there, did it? No, it didn't. It was just coming apart a little there. It was good he changed this filter. And of course he used, another newer style FL1A. And alright, I was going to check the canister on here, see how thick it was, because they didn't seem too darn thick on here. They cut real easy. And yeah, they're not very thick. 0.36. And see what we got on this one here. Oh, everything's so slippery right now. Yeah, 0.37. 0.32. Oh my word. 0.31. Okay, it's pretty thin. The two Ford Motorcraft ones there did cut very easy. So yeah, they're pretty thin. Well, there we go. I got through these, and I was shocked. I thought we would have found something worse in the TG one from the Ram, but because of the ticking I heard from the engine, but it doesn't show anything. And well, they all look okay except for the 79 Ford, but I can understand that with him hardly ever changing the filter in any. I think he said maybe 3-4 years. He did last time he changed the filter years ago, and then he just did it lately with 6,000 kilometers on the clock. So that's pretty neat. Nice to have an old truck like that. It's a little rustier now than he likes, but that's too bad. Well, there you go. I got these done. This will be out on, not that it matters to you, but on, oil filter, used oil filter Friday. So yeah, this will be out for you before you know it, because Friday is tomorrow. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please leave a like.